As a lifelong sailor and yacht owner myself, it's always a pleasure to see a yacht that I sold return after several years of cruising in better condition than I remember, with practical refinements and updated systems. Starry Night was purchased in Grenada and has served as a liveaboard home for her current owner since 2021. They've taken one of the most popular cruising cats of all time and modified the original factory platform to create a functional private oasis on the sea. My name is Captain Will Miller. Today we're in beautiful Charleston Harbor aboard the 2014 Fountaine Pajot Helia 44 Starry Night. With over 250 hulls produced, this model is a triumph of form, function, and ocean-tested performance. Starry Night isn't just a yacht, it's a floating sanctuary. A vessel that sails as beautifully as she lives. Let's dive into what makes the 2014 Helia 44 not only one of the most beloved models in the world of cruising catamarans, but also a benchmark in liveaboard performance and comfort. Built using vacuum-infused construction techniques, the hull and deck offer optimal strength without excess weight. At just over 43.5 feet in length and with a beam shy of 25 feet, the Helia 44 strikes a rare balance between spacious interior volume and exceptional sailing performance. Just under 10.8 metric tons places her firmly in the lightweight cruising category, light enough to be responsive and nimble, but solid enough to be reassuring in big seas. What has truly set the Helia 44 apart is her sailing performance. For a live-aboard cruising catamaran, she's remarkably fast, responsive, and well-balanced on all points of sail. The twin hulls are sleek and narrow forward for minimal resistance through the water, flaring aft to offer buoyancy and lift. With fine entries, they slice through chop and swell with ease, reducing pounding and improving efficiency. The fixed keels provide excellent upwind tracking, and a safe, shallow draft allows access to anchorages off limits to deeper draft monohulls. Starry Night features a modified ICW-friendly rig, which is a huge selling point in my opinion. This grants you access to different marinas, boatyards, and inland waterways that comparable yachts can't access. A couple really nice features on this boat. Number one being the boom height. It's set relatively low, making mainsail stowage and storage at the end of the day relatively easy. The mainsail stack pack and helm enclosure are all brand new. We also have a custom hardtop done by Dedicated Marine in South Florida. This is one of the premium features that really sets this yacht apart from her sister ships. This model was one of the first in this size range to incorporate a sky lounge adjacent to the helm. With both seats and sun pads available, this is my favorite place to enjoy some fresh air and take in panoramic views at anchor. We have a full suite of Raymarine electronics, including chart plotter, autopilot, and multifunction displays, all within arm's reach. We also have 3 Harken winches on the cabin top, one of which is electric for line management. We also have an additional electric winch on the stern for operating the dinghy davit lines. Underway, the helm feel is light but not twitchy. Her rudders mounted aft and deep provide excellent feedback and control. She tracks well under autopilot and doesn't hobby horse like heavier cruising cats. The bridge deck clearance, higher than many in her class, reduces slamming and makes for a quieter, more comfortable ride. In short, she sails beautifully. Predictable, fast, and smooth, a joy to helm whether you're on a weekend cruise or an ocean crossing. The cockpit is large, comfortable, and shaded by a solid bimini. There's a wraparound settee with a beautifully varnished dining table that easily seats 8. LED lighting and integrated speakers set the tone for an evening gathering at anchor. This yacht has a built-in fillet table and dinghy motor lift to remove the unnecessary weight when on passage. There are multiple places to get comfortable while still maintaining proper sight lines when on long passages, and plenty of storage available on deck for fenders, lines, water toys, and cleaning supplies. Wide transoms make boarding from a dinghy easy and safe. The swim platforms are generous, and a swim ladder and freshwater shower are standard features. On the aft part of the decks, I have an enormous engine room hatch where I can easily climb into the mechanical spaces for maintenance and routine checks on the Volvo 40 horsepower motors. Hanging from the davits, we have a Highfield 310 tender and Suzuki 20 horsepower outboard motor. Extending aft from the bimini, we have a custom solar array with 1,500 watts of solar, which are constantly replenishing our 12-volt battery bank. One of the Helia's most celebrated features is her forward lounge area. The trampoline was recently replaced on Starry Night, which looks and feels great. On each side, we have 4 peak lockers, accessible via deck hatches and from the interior, as well as 2 large bridge deck lockers for housing our ground tackle and windlass to port and our Northern Lights generator to starboard. The placement of the gen is critical as it minimizes noise and vibration in the cabins. Step inside and you are greeted by a luminous open-plan salon surrounded by panoramic windows. The galley is located to port in a practical U-shape with abundant counter space, double stainless sink, 3-burner stove, and oven. We have ample fridge and freezer space with a brand new Vertifrigo fridge outside in the cockpit, 2 large drawer-style units, and a deep freezer under the counter. Perfectly oriented for entertaining, the galley opens seamlessly to the cockpit via the wide sliding glass door and window. To starboard, the salon features an L-shaped settee. The nav station forward and to port includes plenty of space for instruments, charting, and passage planning. It's also a great place to navigate from in inclement weather. The ventilation on these yachts is superb thanks to overhead hatches, opening ports, and sliding windows. This yacht has 3 air conditioning units ventilating into all the interior cabin spaces and cooling the yacht down rapidly when needed. In the Maestro layout, the entire starboard hull is dedicated to the owner's suite, featuring a queen island berth aft, a work desk amidship, and private spacious head and walk-in shower forward. There's an abundance of cabinet and locker space. With the sliding door closing off this hull for privacy, the master cabin offers a nice refuge after a hard day of sailing. Under the master berth is the heart of this yacht, a custom 1200 amp hour lithium battery bank that is being constantly monitored by a 3 kilowatt Victron Multi+ charger inverter and multiple solar charge controllers. The port hull in this version includes 2 generous guest cabins, each with queen berths and their own private ensuite heads and showers. All heads have been plumbed for freshwater flushing, and the freshwater supply is easily replenished by the ever-dependable Rainman 120 liter per hour unit. Headroom throughout both hulls exceeds 2 meters, giving the Helia 44 an airy, open feeling that's unmatched in her size range. Designed with long-range cruising in mind, Starry Night comes equipped with the systems to support extended voyages. The Helia 44 gets its name from the Greek word for sun, and it's not hard to see why. With her flowing lines, expansive windows, and light-filled saloon, she captures the essence of life lived under the open skies. Her sailing characteristics are spirited and dependable, her layout is thoughtful and livable, and her build quality stands the test of time. Whether you're island hopping, crossing oceans, or living aboard full-time, the Helia 44 is more than a yacht. It's a statement piece. So set your course and live your dream. Please feel free to reach out to me directly for a private tour.